All right, we are back with another episode of House Battle Millionaires Edition. Today, we have two new houses in two new cities. We're going to look at them and then make one final decision. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Cambridge, Massachusetts, $2.2 million. That's what we're looking at today. We're starting in Philly, or probably more accurately, outside of Philly. We've got 7 beds, 6 baths, 9,400 square feet. Curb appeal. What do you got?
I am impressed by the amount of chimneys. There looks to be about 5 on this house. This looks like $1 million house in the sense that it looks like an estate. It looks like you're paying over $2 million and you're not only getting a house, you're also getting multiple ghosts and a lot of history with your house. I don't understand what the actual material of the house is. Yes, it's stone, but it looks like the roof and the house are the same texture. And it's an interesting choice because it's obviously a large, grand house.
Yeah, I hate it. I really hate it. I don't like that it's all the same color. I don't know why they would do that. I don't know why you wouldn't have.
Like, look at there.
I don't
You
know,
can't
some
even
sort
tell.
of terracotta roof or something like that. I don't know. It just looks.
Yeah.
It's all the same thing. This sort of reminds me of like Hansel and Gretel. I just sort of assumed that the witch was in some house that like looked exactly the same as the rest of the house. So I don't like that at all. I don't like what I'm looking at here. If I could change one of those two things, I like the house. I mean, the house is nice. It's obviously a good estate. It looks pretty good. Not really as grand an entrance as I would think, but I actually don't hate the doors. I don't like that the
it
doors
reminds
and the
me
windows,
though of like a back door to your garden.
Yeah.
That's a feeling. I like all these potted plants. It does look like very English garden plants that they did there, which does kind of match the house.
Do you think that people drive this close to the house to see the address on there? Do you think that they drive up to the house to do that? My guess
would
is no.
Literally not know what house you were at until you knocked on the door.
My guess is no. I like this giant tree that they have in front of it. I like the estate that they're on, but I don't love the look of the house. I don't know. They're really going to have to sell me on the inside because I don't know if I'm dropping $2.2 million on this. I honestly don't know that I can do it. So let's hop inside. Interior design. This is the entryway. Oh, so you literally are. So you actually might drive up there. You really are on a street. This is not an estate. I mean, you are on a street.
Really?
Go back inside. No, inside. Go inside. Yeah, that's a street right there.
The street's out here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you're on the street.
Oh.
Like you are not. I mean, you have a nice backyard and everything, but I mean, you get inside, you can see your neighbor from your front door. I was thinking this was more secluded. I thought it was like back front.
Oh, like that there was more space. And okay, I thought you were saying that this.
No, I thought you were like back somewhere. There was like a gate that you had to enter or something. And you don't. I mean, you're just on the street. You're just straight up on the street. That's just a front yard that's on the street.
Yes.
Because that's your neighbor right there.
I thought you were saying that the circular driveway was the street.
No, I'm saying you're on the street.
Like you
are directly on the street, and that's your neighbor, and that's you're still not selling me, and I don't like this entryway. I do not care for that entry. I don't like this. I'll be honest with you. The first few pictures of this house, I have not enjoyed. I like their backyard. I'm assuming I'm going to love their backyard, but this is like, so you walk in, and then you walk in again to this room. So like you walk into a front porch covered, I don't know what that is, whatever it is. So you walk into that, and then you walk past another doorway into another small room or hallway, walkway, entryway, whatever you want to call it. That has this really bad wood. I don't like anything I've seen so far from this house.
No.
Oh boy. Oh boy. This, I will say that this looks like where Ludwig von Beethoven, possibly Sebastian Bach, may have grown up and played the piano.
Yes.
That is very true. These beams, I actually don't mind the beams running across the ceiling. I think that looks pretty cool. I don't like the wall, but I like those beams there. Um, but I'm not loving the house. Still not really sure where this is. I mean, obviously it's in the house. I just don't know where it is.
Yes, I in relation to entering the
Yeah,
front door, I have no idea. It's going to be difficult, it seems, because every room I think has this very dark wood paneling. So
yeah.
there's not a lot to signify room changes.
Mhm.
This looks like a very old castle. This looks like
Yeah.
where Beauty and the Beast actually took place so far with the stone. They have the candelabra. That is the vibes that I am picking up. And then we go into
I don't know what this
this
is. It's like a
living
really
room.
big, it's a really big living room slash
I
whatever.
can't,
Here's the problem that I have with like things like this. I don't know what you use this for. I'm not rich enough. I don't run in circles that are rich enough to understand what you use a room like this for, because there's no
it seems to
television.
be a statue room. Like you
Yeah, but
buy
like
things to put in here,
yeah,
right?
but there's like
That's what you use it for.
there's like hundreds of chairs in here. Just a shocking amount of chairs. Like there's so many chairs in this room,
And
but
lots of
I don't
pillows.
know who sits there. I don't know what you
Lots of
do inside of them. I honestly don't know. Like that's a real. I'm not even trying to make a joke. Like I genuinely don't know what you do inside of one of these rooms. Like this seems like one of those like quote unquote smoke filled rooms that like the old rich guys would have made political deals in or something like that. But I don't know because it's the 21st century and I don't know what you do. There's no television. There's nothing in here except
No,
vases
I think
and seats.
you literally buy things, you collect things to put in this room.
Yeah, but what
I
I don't understand. It's just that you're just showing off things, but you're not in the room. So like,
Yeah.
what? Yeah, but how do you even enjoy them? Like, what do you do? I don't understand. Like, that's my point.
I'm
If I
not
don't know what you
convinced
do,
that the point of being rich and buying things is to really enjoy them. I think it's just to say I bought it. So
right? I
you
understand that,
know,
but like, but you have like somebody has to see these. Otherwise, you just have things, but like nobody knows. So if you're gonna hone them, you have to show them off somehow. You just walk people into the room and you just don't sit down.
yeah.
And you're like, hey, here's what's happening. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of light in this room though, but it's super dark. Like it's a
I
weird
wonder what their
contrast.
flower budget is.
I don't know.
Got a
It's
lot of
pretty high, I
flowers.
would say. I don't. I mean, whatever. Like the room is fine. I mean, it's a nice room. Don't get me wrong. It's not. It's just not functional. Like I don't know what I would do with it. You could strip out all
I
this stuff,
like
but again, I the windows are cool, all that stuff, but I just don't love. I don't love this dark paneling. This sunroom, though, I could get behind this
yeah.
sunroom. I like this sunroom quite a bit. I like what's happening.
I do too. I like the color of the wall. It's a interesting color, but it reminds me it works off the slate that's on the floor for
Yeah,
me. And they picked, as you know, the furniture is a contrasting color that is all kind of the same. So you do have a centering of the room that's happening, which we don't find happens in a lot of houses, especially in the more expensive ones. It seems to be more like the other room.
yeah. No, I agree. I mean, it's it's a nice room. It's fine. I hate that light. I don't like that light at all. But the room is fine. A ton of light. Like this looks really cool. You can come out here. You can
Yeah.
sit. You can have coffee. You can do whatever. Again, this isn't my furniture of choice, but I could see what you could do with this
Yeah.
room. I don't like the wood doors because it doesn't match the gray. I don't know why you wouldn't just match those. But you're looking out of the patio. This is a great place. This is a nice little room here. I like this
Mm-hmm.
one. I don't like this. I don't like this fireplace.
Is that in
I
this
don't
room?
care
Where
for
is
that.
this?
I have no idea where this is. I honestly don't know. I don't know on
Like
that one.
maybe it's on the other wall. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't
I'm
know.
assuming it's in this room somewhere.
Probably. I mean, it's fine. Okay, so here's a study. This or an office, right? Like this is this is a legit office though, and this is like an old school office because it's got that fireplace, real wood
Mm-hmm.
fireplace. Um,
Yes.
Again and again, I mean, you could get rid of those curtains and you'd see some light in here, and you could change that stuff. But I hate this wood all over these walls. I don't like this wood because then I can have this big statement desk. Like that's a cool thing to have. Like if you want to have a home office and then get like a big statement desk, right? Like it's kind of a throwback. I know people are more modern these
Yeah.
days, but have that, but it looks so
I mean,
bad
that looks like
when it
an
basically matches your
antique
wall.
desk
Yeah.
where
Probably
they
weighs like 4,000
made
pounds.
the country in Philadelphia
Yeah.
at the conception of America.
Yeah. I mean, like it's a great desk, but it looks terrible in that room. This is a formal dining room. I don't know what you would do with this because I'm not going to use this as a formal dining room. I honestly don't know what you would do
No.
with this. Like I literally don't know what you do with this room. It's a big room. It's got wood floors. I'm not sure what you put in there other
Yeah.
than a
I don't
dining
think
room,
they
I
know what you put
guess.
in there either because they don't even really have it as a dining room.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Whatever. It's a big room. I'm not sure where that is. That connects. Okay, so I was thinking it was that first living room, but this is a different living room. This is another living room that we're hopping into here, and I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. No, this. I think this is that first one that we saw. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. I'm getting lost in this
I don't
house.
know at that point. I think that's what we talked about. That's what we talked about though with the wood
Yeah,
paneling being everywhere. It's going to be really hard to get a sense of the house from pictures because it's going to
yeah.
look the same.
I agree. I don't like this room as much. I don't think that the wood.
Mm-mm.
I don't think that those beams work in this room. I think actually this isn't the same room because that first room was like the one that had the stairs on it. I think it
You're
worked in
right.
that room. It does not work on this room. It's too much.
They
I don't like
also
this.
have a lot of southwestern flair in the house, and it works in their sitting room, their like sunroom. It does not
Yeah.
work anywhere else in the house because the house is obviously not southwestern.
No, it's not. I don't know. I don't care for this. I don't care for what I'm seeing here. These curtains are taking away a lot of that light. I don't know what's happening. We've got some gongs here for some reason. We've got a lot of trinkets. Okay, okay. So it's got some oriental pieces. This kitchen is interesting.
Interesting.
It's interesting. It's a very weird shape. It's big. It's got plenty of room. The So functionally, I think it's fine. You can get rid of most of these pots or whatever these plant things are. You can get
Yeah.
just rid of most of that. I don't know what that is. That's
Oh,
a
you have two
massive
islands.
fridge. It's a massive fridge.
Yeah.
You got two islands, so it's sort of an H shape on the actual like out layout of the thing. It's sort of an H shape. It's
Mm-hmm.
plenty big. You got plenty of burners. All of those things. Good light. It's finally bright inside. It's a huge um, a huge refrigerator, plenty of cabinets, all of those things.
This is a
It really
chef's
comes,
kitchen.
yeah, it really comes
I
down
mean,
to do
you
you like this granite or whatever I don't know what this is, granite, I would guess. Do you like the granite or do you not like the granite? That's what it comes down to because I think the rest of it's pretty good.
I agree, and I think that the granite would actually look better if they took out all of their random little pots, and they have a lot of
Yeah,
there's a lot of clutter and knickknack,
yeah, it's
which
too
is
much.
definitely a personal choice. You take that away, and I think the granite shows off a little bit more
Yeah,
than it is right now because it's an interesting granite, but it's also not too busy. And I'm just like impressed by how big the fridge is and how many burners. I mean, that it like it's six, maybe
this
eight
is
burners.
this is the kitchen that you want in every movie where somebody's like making a sandwich at like 2 a.m. Like this is what you want. It's a huge fridge, so there's always going to be something good in there. It's a big space. There's light coming in, but you don't have to turn on the lights. All of like this is
Mm-hmm.
the perfect like 2 a.m. Let's bake some breakfast or something, whatever, like a midnight snack. Like let's do that. That's what this kitchen is good for. I like this kitchen. I'm not in love with it, but I like it. I like it.
No, it's
Yeah. So
much better than the rest of the house. That was
yeah, this is
surprising.
the best room in the
Uh,
house. Actually, I think it's the second best room. I think it's the best as is currently configured. I think the sunroom is better, but you got to get rid of that furniture because it didn't match. The furniture didn't match. It
mm-hmm.
matched the gray, but they didn't match itself, so it's weird. Okay, so you've got a backyard
This
here
is pretty.
that rivals quite a bit. I mean, this is your $1 million backyard. It is secluded. It is it's got plenty of foliage, plenty of room, a pretty decent view. You're relatively hidden from your neighbors, or possibly that's not your neighbor. I can't tell. But it's a good size to do something with, right? You can have a party. You can have a picnic, all of those. Like you could do everything out here. You can barbecue. You can do all the stuff. That's pretty good. I like that quite a bit.
I
For the
also think
backyard, thumbs up.
the little pop of color and some of the green makes the stone of the house look better. It's almost like had they done maybe a little bit more with their landscaping in the front, it would,
Yeah.
you know, you could have gotten some charm that was just that wasn't there.
I agree. This is an interesting. I don't see this very often to see a piece of furniture that is like in a corner on an angle. That's interesting.
So many pots. It's amazing.
I actually don't hate that. I don't hate the way this room is laid out. I think it's actually decent. I don't like the clutter that they have, but if we get rid of the clutter, again, I don't like this clutter. I don't care for this clutter at all. Whoa. No. I don't care for this.
There's a lot wrong in this room.
I don't care for this one iota. There's no door on this shower. Number one, if you have a shower without a door, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what this glass cube thing is. I don't know what that is. I don't know when that was in style. I don't know why it was ever in style. I don't know what it looks like. This basically, it looks like a cheap like children's toy. I think I played with something that was kind of similar to this when I was younger. And I think actually my dad
the one where you had to like knock the glass out?
They had one of those too. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. I never had that game, but yeah, they had one of those. I don't like this bathroom at all. I hate this bathroom. This is not a statement bathroom.
Someone updated it 40 years ago.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. So that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. This is a really good sized room.
I like this room. The windows are really impressive. I don't know why they're not centered.
I'm not sure.
That's our thing.
I still can't figure out why you wouldn't center. I don't get it. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This is a big room. You could get rid of that couch. You could get a bigger bed in here.
Yeah, because this looks like a twin bed.
Yeah, that's legitimately a twin size. So that's pretty good. Why do you not have doors on your showers? I don't get it. Doesn't make any sense to me. Like you obviously have money to put a door.
You're not showering anywhere near. I think it doesn't really like go over.
Oh, it definitely matters. Like you need to have that. Plus now you're getting the air coming inside, and like you can't keep a reasonable temperature. There's a lot wrong with what's happening. I like this bathroom. I like this bathroom quite a bit. I think the floor actually matches the wall, yes. And the stone that they've used. The stone that they've used is not my favorite stone on this piece along like that would cover basically your legs. It's not my favorite stone, but it goes well enough that I like this. I like this bathroom. I think this bathroom is pretty nice.
This bathroom looks like it belongs in an over $2 million house. I think it's the first room, and I mean, the only part that sucks is this is the most modern part of your room, and it doesn't even seem like it's the master bath. I don't know. Maybe I can't see the configuration of it, but
there's so many pots.
Their sinks are so weird.
Very short and very small for being a big house. I don't know. Maybe it's just an old house or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
They're fine or whatever, but again, another good sized room. I mean, they have 7 bedrooms, so like obviously they've got plenty of space. They look pretty good. This is an interesting room, kind of a bay window, sort of almost, but it's got a fireplace.
Yes.
That's kind of a cool thing. A little place for a desk. Like this is a cool room. I like this room. There's a lot you could do with it. Another bathroom, it's fine. A little powder room.
It's like a completely different style though, and they have 2 different mirrors, like two different
that's weird.
Style.
That's very weird. I don't know. I don't know why you would have 2 mirrors in this room, just in general, like the number, but then also.
Yeah, I don't know why you need another over the toilet. Seems
very
unnecessary.
Strange, very strange, but it's not bad. I mean, it's not a bad room. It's just, it doesn't do it for me. Okay, so this is another office, which again, you could turn into kind of whatever you needed it to be. If you got rid of the clutter, obviously that's what these people are known for is clutter here. If you got rid of that, you could do some stuff. I mean, this isn't bad. It's not a bad room. Okay.
Yeah.
Your game room. This is nice. I like this. It's again, I'd have to change some things about it, but there's I'm seeing a lot of good stuff in here. This is a cool place if you're a kid or if you're just trying to get away, you want to have a room up here. It could be a craft room if you wanted. any sort of game room, any sort of theater room. You could do
I was
something
gonna say, yeah, you
probably.
could turn it into a theater really easily, having it be this long.
Yeah. And there's some cool stuff that you could do with this room. So I like this one. I like this one quite a bit. You know, good sized bedroom here. That's a really good sized bedroom actually. All these bedrooms are really big, which makes sense. I mean, you got 9,400 square feet. Like that makes perfect sense. I'd be super pissed if I was the kid who had to sleep in a double room in this house. That would suck. But again, you know, it's a decent sized room. I don't like this one as much, but it's a decent sized room. And so yeah, so that's kind of it. That's Philly right there. That's ooh,
also
okay,
think
that's interesting.
that's so the little, this is in the backyard. Remember when the first look you get at the backyard, there's like a little area that's this little cove with over here. But
Okay.
what is interesting about this house is it seems like two different houses in terms of feel. Like the bottom has the really all of the dark wood, and then the top is all painted and very inconsistent. So I think that's what I'm a little disappointed in, because I mean, the bold wood on the bottom is one choice, and I get that that's probably all original, but then like it's just not. I wish it was just all. If it was gonna do it, it was gonna do it fully. But look at that. That's.
I mean, you're paying for the backyard. That's what this is. It's for backyard and space. Like every room is huge in these houses, or in this house in particular. Every room is really big. But I mean, that's what you're paying for, is this giant backyard. It's a really nice backyard. Don't get me wrong. It is a really nice backyard. I like that. The house, you know, I mean, the house is fine. It's not my favorite, but it's fine. So that's Philly. That's Philly. We're going to hop up Cambridge, Massachusetts, see what's going on up there. 4 beds, 4 baths, 2,900 square feet. This is about 30% of the size for slightly higher price. We're still looking at 2.2 million, slightly more here, maybe a 1% bump in price to move up to Cambridge, Massachusetts. Not entirely clear where Cambridge is. That's outside of Boston, right? The Cambridge is what do they got? Harvard there?
Cambridge is
Harvard.
Okay,
that's right.
So you're across the river, the Charleston River, I think.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay. So you're with the elites of the elites. So that's what we're seeing here. Much less house, but
and it looks like you are not living alone. It looks like you are just connected to your neighbor.
4 beds, 4 baths. Is this all in one floor? It must be.
I don't remember, because I'm gonna be honest, I did not remember it being a duplex.
It has to
I don't know if one is in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if it's on one floor and then one is up, or if like one's in front and then one has a narrow hallway to the second. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I guess it could be. Oh, that's interesting. So curb appeal. So what's curb appeal? What do you got?
Oh yeah. I actually think that this has less curb appeal than the last house. This does not look like it is even a $1 million house to me. It doesn't even have, you're in Boston. It doesn't have any charming aspects. It's probably a newer build, but then I don't know. I just.
It has less curb appeal. It has less. I don't understand why you have 2 different types of siding on this house. I don't know why they're inconsistent. I don't know why they're different colors. I don't know why. I don't know why they made a lot of the choices that they made with this. It looks big, but knowing that it's duplexes, it's really throwing me off. I don't understand. The porch is nice. I like the porch. I like this black brick. I like these pillars. So that's nice. The second floor is whatever. It's fine. I'm not in love with it. I agree with you. There's nothing that screams Boston to me. There's nothing that screams, Paul Revere or any of those things. This is just a house. It's jammed next to these other houses. There's nothing that sort of visually is calling to me at this point. So let's hop inside. Let's see what we're getting for our money here. First picture, an upstairs kitchen. That's weird. I don't understand how that works.
Yeah, and it looks like the bottom is your house because it looks like you have a sitting room down those
Oh yeah, no,
stairs.
I mean, that's like, there's a living room down there. Like, I'm sure we'll get into that living room, but this is a kitchen. Now, I will say, this kitchen looks fantastic.
It does.
This kitchen looks really fantastic. And honestly, actually, that front door there, that door there that I'm seeing, I don't know if that's,
Yeah, see if
is
I
this
can
the
get
first floor?
closer.
Is this, maybe this is the first floor and that's a basement? Do they have
Oh, that
basements in
could be
Boston?
too.
Do they have basements over
Yeah.
there? Okay, so maybe that's okay. So maybe this is first floor. So you walk in, you see a kitchen. Um,
Yeah, so
I,
you might
I,
not own the top half. I think you were
yeah,
right.
okay. I like
You
the
walk
kitchen.
in.
I like that kitchen. It's a nice kitchen. There's a
Yeah.
lot of light. This feels pretty big.
I actually, and I don't know if you're gonna hate this, I like the black window panes in this kitchen because it's white. But the part that I don't like is then they have a wood surrounding the door in the back, and that's what's throwing me off. If they didn't have
the wood in the
that,
back is the wood in the back is fine. Whatever. I don't like this wood that's directly to the left of it. This shelf. That it's too close
they
to those
tried
windows.
to
It throws
match
it
it
off.
with they tried to match it with the bring like the floor out, but then there's just too many different types of color accents.
Having wood right there that's so close to your windows it throws it off. I don't know. The black is fine on its own, but like here, the black looks great. The black looks awesome this direction.
I love this. I
this
love that there's a bay window in a Boston house. That's what it's known for. They like even if it's a new build. Yep. I like the use of shiplap on one wall with like the fireplace.
Yep.
Because cool. It's kind of a small space, but it does make it feel like your feature wall is there, and you don't have to add a lot else to the room.
That TV is too small.
It is.
The TV should not be the same size as your fireplace. It just shouldn't. And not like, oh, you have to have a big TV to be successful, or no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it looks weird if they're the same size.
Yes.
One has to be like way bigger than the other. I don't care what direction. Like if you had a massive fireplace, you'd be like, all right, well, it's a statement fireplace. It's kind of weird, but it's kind of cool, But if they're the same size, it looks like two things. It sort of looks like a double oven, except I know one of them is a TV and one of them is a fireplace, and that's not good.
That's funny.
But I like this room quite a bit. This is my favorite room that I've seen so far in this episode. I like this room a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
So you walk in. To your left, okay, so that's fine. So we're gonna have a basement. It's a huge open area, a very long house. There's a lot of stuff happening up here. So this is fine. And again, the kitchen's nice. Like let's keep going through. Let's see if we can get into this kitchen. A lot of space here, a decent amount of cabinets.
I love the apron sink.
Mm-hmm. They have the apron sink there. They've got a nice stove. They do have the double oven, so they've got that in two different rooms on the same floor. Massive.
I like the backsplash too. The herringbone is nice. And the white. It's interesting, but it's not even that noticeable. It's not distracting.
It matches. This countertop is on the island, and I guess on the other is nice. It's white, but it's just got a pop of gray, which still allows it to match with everything else that's just pure white. There's plenty of light in this room. I like a lot of what's happening in this room for sure.
I like the underlighting on the cabinets too. That's a modern
That's interesting.
feature.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting look there. Kind of adds to it a little bit. I agree.
Oh, I was going to say, I wonder if there aren't stools on the island, but they have solved that in a small space. That's a nice way of doing it.
And I think there's plenty of room even in here to like entertain and stuff. I mean, there's plenty of, you could be around here. You could throw a dinner party. You could have people in and out and kind of shuffling and all that. I mean, there's plenty of room. It's not going to feel crowded. There's a lot of it's a whole area on here. I'm guessing, so this is still on the first floor here.
It looks like it's off the like living area because you see that plant out there.
Oh yeah. Okay. I mean, again, it's a decent size, it's decent size. It's not, it's not going to blow you away with its size, but it's a decent size. There's not a lot of extra room, but that's a big bed. I mean, that's a king size bed right there. And
you are looking into your neighbor's
That's
door.
the problem, right? That's the problem. You got to get some blinds in here. But you're gonna have to put up blinds anyways, because it's just going to be super bright. But they do have an ensuite, and that ensuite actually looks pretty nice right there. I'd like to see inside of that here. Okay, again, we have more rich people who don't have. Is there no door on
No,
this
there's
one
a
again?
door. It's a
Is
door.
there?
There's
Oh,
a
okay. Oh,
door.
there's hinges.
The
Okay, I see.
handle that took me, yeah,
I'm
because
with
I
you.
was like
I'm with you.
waiting for you. I was about to be like, I don't believe it, because this looks like your
Yeah, I would have been.
shower would literally leak
Yeah,
everywhere.
I would have lost my
It's
mind.
still gonna leak everywhere, but
Yeah,
I'm
I agree.
surprised that they have that big of a tub in this
It's a
space,
big
that
tub.
they were
That's a
able to fit that. That's
yeah.
impressive
It's a
with the
big
double
tub.
vanity.
I don't like that floor. I don't. I hate that
No,
floor. I don't. It doesn't
especially with
match.
the very long vertical subway tiles in
Doesn't
there.
match. Doesn't match with anything. It doesn't even match. It literally doesn't match anything in that room. All right, so here's another bedroom. This one is cramped. This one is cramped. That looks like maybe a
I
queen,
mean,
and
yeah,
it's cramped. There's not enough room.
you're not opening
This
your
is
closet to use it at all.
no, no. It's gonna be you're gonna have to maneuver around and kind of do the thing, and the door probably does open, but you can only open one side at a time, like that whole thing. So that's
Yeah,
this is a kid's room. This is not an adult's room. This is a kid's room. If you get a bunk bed or something over there, like that'd be fine. All right, so another, again, a nice bathroom, updated. This one looks better. I
mm-hmm.
still don't like the floor, but this one looks better. Only a single sink, but that's fine. It's a decent size, a huge shower. It's got all the parts. It's got everything you need. So
Yeah,
that's
this
nice.
is it is one sink, but I mean, this is going to be for a secondary,
Yeah.
bedroom for probably that one person.
Okay.
This is that downstairs.
Now we're getting into it. This is your basement. This is a living area in your basement, but you could turn this into a lot of things. You can do a lot of stuff with this. You can make this much more, personalized. Plenty of room for anything you want to put here. Game room, entertainment space, office, workout room, really anything you want. It's a good space for this. Or just another living room. So that's nice. It's pretty bright. That's pretty good.
I know. I'm surprised by the fact that they were able to get windows in this basement at all.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty good. They've done a good job with the lighting. I believe this is the master. I think this is the master. And it is good size. It is a good size master. You have to think, okay, do I want to be in the basement, right? I mean, that's a thing. You have to consider that. But you're in Boston. I'm sure this isn't the only place in Boston that has that. I don't know what this ladder is. I'm not sure what that is. I fundamentally don't understand what's happening there. It sort of looks like a pretzel that got dipped in white chocolate. I don't get it. I don't know why that. I don't know why that exists. I'm not sure what's happening, why it's in the room. I'm not impressed by this bathroom. I think this is the master. I'm not impressed by this bathroom.
I think this is more of an optional master, and I wonder how many people do elect to make this the master with this bathroom, because you have that amazing bathroom with the the double vanity. A missed opportunity to have really a very large master suite. They should have taken some square footage and redistributed it, because the master could really be the whole bottom, floor, really. Because
I agree. Although I will say,
do like that they put a wet bar.
If I'm a kid, teenager, or something like that, that'd be a really cool retreat for me. If I'm a kid, I think that's awesome. Guy or girl, I think it'd be great down there. This little wet bar is cool. Again, entertainment space, everything here. You get a pool table, whatever you want down here. I think this is your last bedroom. A good size. Again, if you had a couple of kids or something, decent size down here for that. Another, ensuite, which is a nice part of this whole thing, which is 3 of the 4, I believe, have ensuite bathrooms, which is really nice.
Yeah.
But that's, again, that's it. That's Boston, right? That's Boston. That's an interesting look. It's an interesting look in Boston. It's something. It's something. So now we did it. It's time for us to deliberate. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Cambridge, Massachusetts, $2.2 million. House Battle, Millionaires Edition. You've got money to spend. Where are you going?
This was harder for me than I thought it was going to be. Looking at the first house, I thought it was going to be a given that I would pick the second house. But the fact that, it's a great updated house in Boston, but you are forever, for the rest of your life, while you own an over $2 million house, listening to your neighbor's feet. That is a huge gamble for $2.2 million. I honestly, I don't know. I think it's Philadelphia for me. You don't get to do a lot, but a lot for Philadelphia was literally taking out the previous owner's items. And then you are looking at neighbors, but they're not walking on top of you. You have that beautiful backyard. The wood is at least consistent throughout the front. So like, that's my biggest thing. And yeah, some of the bathrooms are undesirable, but you have like 10 of them. So I just wouldn't use that bathroom. I'm going to Philadelphia, which I can't believe I'm saying.
I think you're an absolute moron if you spend $2 million on a duplex. I just fundamentally believe that something is wrong with you. You've made a terrible mistake. I refuse to pay $2 million to be attached to someone else. I just fundamentally don't. I like the inside of this. I think it's very functional. I think there's a lot of things you can do with it. The rooms are great. The bathrooms are great. There's a lot of great stuff. I mean, I'd still have to spend a little bit of money, if I really wanted to make it my dream house. It's not my dream house. But it's pretty well done. It's very clean. It's very open. It flows, all of the good stuff. I'm not spending $2 million to be attached to somebody else. I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it. The neighborhood looks like you're pretty cramped in there, just like a lot of places in Boston. I'm not spending that much money to be attached to somebody else. And I'm not spending that much money to basically be surrounded by other people. That's just me. Doesn't mean it's right. It's just, and I, by the way, I hate this other house. I hate this other house. I can't stand any of it. I like 2 rooms in the whole place. So I like maybe 1,200 of the 9,400 square feet. I don't like that house, but there is zero chance that I'm I have so much space here. There is zero chance that I'm spending $2 million to live next to somebody. Like literally connected under someone. Absolutely not.
Yeah,
absolutely not. I'm not doing it. That's not going to happen. So that's it. Battle of the Northeast for us today. Philly, Cambridge, $2.2 million. We are going with Philly. Unfortunately, that's the way it shook out. That's the way it is. We appreciate anybody who's watching. Please, subscribe and follow and rate and all of those things. And it helps us out. Please tell other people about us. Spread the word. It does help us out. We're going to be back in a couple of days with our next episode. 2 more houses in 2 more cities. We are going to decide one more time. We will see everybody then.